Hello, everyone. How is everyone tonight? Now, everyone. I am going to have a hard time not laughing through the better part of this video. I mean, I already just botched completely one entrance like an absolute amateur because I just could not keep myself contained from laughter. And I am struggling with myself again, so if my words seem a little bit halting and I can't get that grin off my face, this is why. Well, normally, as you know on this channel, I don't address stupid. But in this one rare case, I am. Only because my three criteria is, can it be interesting, informative, and funny? Now, in a rare time, this has actually hit all three of my criteria. Well, there is another smaller creator and that's apparently newer to the drama community, even though her channel is a lot older than mine by twice. But, as I mentioned, this is to be informative. And, if people want to make YouTube channels, there's some horrible, horrible mistakes that people tend to make. Is one, not using proper nouns. Now, she went off and had an issue with a commenter, and she called that person Mr. Brown. And, everyone knows me. I get around in many, many big communities. So, even though I only have a channel for a couple thousand, and in reality, because I only do generally commentary and comedy, that is a really good number because, YouTube mostly is visual. But, everyone knows me. Huge creators know me. Small creators know me because one thing that I do is I tend to try to help small creators out as best as I can. Well, I'm sitting here minding my own business, and then my Instagram starts going off. And Who Is She Is Back is on my Instagram and telling me all about that. And I went, oh, really? And then I went and looked at it, and I realized that, well, everyone and his uncle is going to realize that, or not realize that that's not me she's talking about, but most people will think it will because you know how the drama community works. And, the first thing I did before I made my first video, I knew who the players were in the community. I knew the big ones. I knew who the small ones were before I even put my toe into the pond. So as a creator, this is your first thing. Always use the proper name or the screen name of whoever. Don't allude. It just ends up getting you in 10 times the trouble as it would have saying the idiot's name. Which, this is just it. Now, we are learning how to do YouTube correctly, so always use proper names. And when you get involved in a community, before you go splashing in, making your videos, it's a good idea to figure out who is who in your peers because we're all in the same pond, and this individual didn't. And her name is Rose Thorn. One of many. She's got about 750 subscribers in a few years. And she has words to say. Now, I wasn't going to play her words. And then, I have to nod. And then she goes off the rail with things that were not factual about me. So, unfortunately,
everybody, it's Well Mature Sarah, and the video that I'm doing tonight, I wasn't planning on doing. I had no plans on doing this video, but
me
after
too.
what just happened, I'm making the video. So, yesterday I posted a video about people who come onto my channel and try to talk shit to me and leave shitty comments on my videos, and the video was directly inspired by someone who left a series of comments on my videos. A person that I gave the moniker Mr. Brown, that wasn't...
Yes, and then I have multiple creators dinging my Instagram, and it's kind of funny because, other creators go deep in YouTube, so the small people do come up in their references. I mean, she didn't even get 50 views on this freaking video. And, my shit was dinging. So, in reality, YouTube wise, this is irrelevant. This person's irrelevant. She always will be irrelevant. But this is more of a YouTube how not to do than any sort of a clapback.
His actual handle, that was a moniker I just picked out. Mr. Brown came onto my videos and he left some really nasty comments because I made a series of videos a while ago talking about the adult industry in a negative way.
Now see, once again, she says Mr. Brown. Right now she's meaning the person she gave that name, and then she's going to start running her name off about me. So, once again, this is a big YouTube error.
And yet, because I'm a cam girl and I make videos about that, for some reason, he took offense to that. He took great offense, and he made it his business to post a lot of different comments on a lot of...
Now, what really set her off, because as everyone here knows, is my logic comments tend to be logical, are snarky as fuck. And of course, my fourth comment was, well, actually, I have them by point, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 3 were all intelligent points, which of course went completely over her cam girl head. And of course, the fourth one was a snarky ass shot.
Different videos to the point where I had to sit there and repeatedly delete everything. Well, today, although I don't know why, there's been some drama over that video. Some unnecessary bullshit drama that I just got through dealing with, and I want to tell you guys about it.
Now, we have already framed how this drama occurred.
So I was checking the comments for my videos, and this one person, Verily Veronica, came onto one of my videos and just left a nasty comment.
Okay. She's obviously a World of Warcraft player. She has horde symbols all over her walls. So Verily Veronica, jokingly said, he probably killed your blood elf. This is the mean comment that Verily Veronica left. I know. How will you ever get over that?
Know why? Deleted it. Right behind that person was this person. The person with the handle Roger Brown. And
The handle, no. It's actually my name, little cam girl. Now, what I actually made her mad about that incited all this was point 4, which I did allude to. And I did tell her, and I am in complete seriousness with this cam girl, I will pay for her to keep her clothes on. And this is the comment that incites the rest of this.
And Verily Veronica really wasn't that bad, but this person, Roger Brown, just went
He doesn't know Verily Veronica very well, does she?
completely off on me. He left a comment on my video saying, I don't know who you are, but a lot of content creators are telling me that you're talking about me. You need to take my name out of your mouth.
And I did say that she does need to take my name out of her mouth.
And you'll stop talking about me if you know what's good for you.
Now, there you go with the complete lie. I never said if you know what is good for you. Now, up to that point, yeah, that was me. Now, after that, I've not actually listened to any of this, so it will be a live reaction together. But, when she started alluding that I made threats to her, well, then it's like, oh, fuck. I had other videos to shoot for my other channel. I had a 40K what if video to shoot rather than wasting space on this. But once again, before I picked the tablet up, I thought, well, how can I turn this into something YouTube useful?
And if you don't stop talking about me, then I'm going to, quote, introduce you to the bottom of YouTube where you're not.
Now, I did say that you did, and now I did threaten to introduce her to the bottom of YouTube. She has no idea what that means. But the funny thing is because as everyone can tell here, this is just a little bit of simple trolling and trying to remind her that you need to think, chick. Now, as of the threatening her, I didn't threaten her. Now I did tell her that I could introduce her to the bottom of YouTube. I think, everyone here, I'm pretty precise with my words, and I do believe that is exactly how I put it. I said, I could introduce you to the bottom of YouTube. And we're fun guys. I mean, really. That's not a threat. That's love. But you see how she acts, over a little criticism. And the only thing that really Veronica did was said he probably killed your blood elf. And in World of Warcraft, let me be verily honest. Until I killed you in World of Warcraft, you are nobody. That it used to be kind of a test of, are you someone in the world? Have you crossed swords with me and me put you down? There's been many nights that, it's been blood elf down. And just looking at her, I just know because, I don't want to say bad about her, but she's kind of homely.
Not gonna get any comments. He actually said that. He actually said that if I don't stop talking about him, that he's going to introduce me to the bottom of YouTube where I'll get no comments.
No, you'll get plenty of comments. I never said that. All I said is well, we've already went through that. I don't have to keep going through it, but don't you love how, these just absolutely wound up SJW types? Now, if she was hot, I might actually have a different view on this all, but
I was absolutely flabbergasted reading his comment because in the video that I originally posted, I clearly fucking said that the person who left the comment, I said, we're gonna call him Mr. Brown. When somebody fucking...
And, as YouTube goes and how people have listened, as I mentioned, she didn't get 50 views on that video, and my Instagram was already blowing up. And it's just, I smile at it all because, doing Amberlynn Reed coverage and living near her, ever since my first video, there has been hate mobs trying to take me down. And I just stay within terms of service, mostly stay in my lane and enjoy myself, entertain others, and, well, we have to troll, What did we do before channels? We had to troll, and you just see how, I'm troll light. I might have the super snarky comment now and then that kind of ends it all. But, as everyone in the bottom of YouTube knows, I'm the reasonable guy.
Says that means they're not using their actual name. They're using an anonymous moniker of some sort. So, apparently, I wasn't using Roger Brown. I wasn't saying Roger Brown did this. I was saying, we'll call this person Mr. Brown. Now, this person...
Well, that would be like me going Mr. Petty. Everyone would immediately believe it's Michael B. Petty. Or if I said Mr. Elvis, then everyone would think it's Elvis Travels and then just agree with me with any horrible thing that I said.
Roger Brown? Okay. Don't fucking know the dude. Didn't even know he existed on YouTube. And he...
Now, this goes back to our earlier lesson. Before you start getting involved in the community and you want to start making all the videos on the large girls, it might be a good idea to figure out what creators are around. It's one reason why I do like to support smaller creators, because I find that it's a whole lot more interesting than the large ones. But, keep in touch with the land. And that is a mistake as a YouTuber if you don't. It's like the bottom of YouTube, I'm seeking out everything there is on the bottom of YouTube, and, I'm meeting new people. And I mostly believe at this point I have, but every now and then they'll end up a small creator that I didn't know existed, and then I'll subscribe to them.
Just went off on me in my comments for no fucking reason. No reason whatsoever.
Now, as everyone goes, we have covered that reason now, haven't we?
In the video, I said it was somebody who left multiple comments. And this person, Roger Brown, in his comment, he said, I don't know who you are, never heard of you. Well, apparently, if you've never fucking heard of me, if you didn't know about me until a few minutes ago, apparently the video that I made yesterday wasn't about you, was it?
And I never claimed it was. Now, there's several more minutes of this, and I'm not going to go into it because I can already tell in this first 3 minutes that she's one of these circular creatures, which means we're going to hear the same thing likely 3 or 4 more times. Now, I'll go through it later, and, everyone knows pretty much what reality is. My reputation is out there, and somewhat felt, the honest parts about it, the truthful parts is well deserved. The am babies, make me out to where, I'm a monster. Sometimes I get just absolutely just laughing at what I'm accused at. But yes, on my fourth, after I gave the 3 points, I gave the snarky point on. And I told the homely cam girl that I would pay her to keep her clothes on. And apparently those are the evil, vile things that I did say. Oh, self-esteem, self-esteem. But yes, Rose Thorn has felt a prick of some sort, and she's bleeding all over the place in anger. And this is why she will always be a small YouTuber. Which there's nothing wrong with being a small YouTuber. I do like small YouTubers better. But, it's like I joke at Queen of Spades, my cats gets more views than you. And I'm not a view monger, you guys know that. But, once again, if I'm going to troll, that is a damn good troll. Because, my kitty will get about 150 views. So if someone don't get 150 views, I can go up and troll them and tell them that my cat gets more views than you. And I'm telling you the exact truth. Oh, but yes, this is a what not to do on YouTube. Now, I'm probably going to smoke a bowl and listen to the rest of this. And I'm going to find out what other evil things that I did that I have absolutely no idea about. Now, I'm going to post this for your guys' amusement now and not save this for a daily video because, well, I don't really think it's worth being the daily video. But I do think it fits for a nighttime video. Now, please put all of your comments below and feel free to attack either one of us or both. Now, have a good night, everyone.